Greetings and welcome to Connecting with Intent Show. I'm your host Muhammad Awais. On this episode, we have a very special guest. He is startup advisor and software engineering manager at Google, Dhirendra Sinha. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Dhirendra Sinha. Dhirendra, welcome.
Hi, Awais, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Great question. Multiple turning points. Multiple change. Even agents came to my life. Of course, my mom and dad, my elder brother, several teachers in my school days uh, who shaped up my life, what I am right now. One of the books I remember very early in my life, around I think I was in sixth grade, I read, which was called, I think the title was World Famous Scientists, something like that. My dad had gotten that book, which really shaped me so much that it got me interested in science and engineering from that early age. I started doing some science experiments, building some small gadgets, and that really put me on the track to do engineering later on, which I realized. Um, then, I was very good at arts, drawing and painting, and that got me interested in maths indirectly. I was pretty non-interested in maths early on, but when I saw geometry, which was sort of related to arts and drawing, I got very interested in geometry, and hence later on in maths, which was the foundation for all engineering. And of course, our financial situation was not that great. We were sort of middle class in India, and that's where I grew up. And that got me motivated so much that I want to be financially successful. That got me going. And a lot of professors who were good intent, but some of the professors were change agents the other way also. Some of them discouraged me to do something, and that got me start to have the technical festival of IIT Guwahati. I'm the founder of technical festival at IIT Guwahati. So multiple change agents happened in my life, and that is what I really give the credit to my parents, my elder brother, and my peers and teachers. Right at IIT, a lot of my classmates were also quite high achiever mindset, and that also helped me to be who I currently.
What is your higher purpose in life?
Great question. I believe that helping other people. Uh, I have sponsored kids for their education in India. People who are a little unfortunate, don't have their parents, so I have sponsored their education wherever there is. I have sponsored food drives and things like that. So wherever there is a need, I come and help. But particularly in my profession, being a software engineering profession, I have helped engineers and managers, for the last, I don't know, more than a decade or so in their career path and growth. And that's what I do very actively today. I teach a couple of courses online, and also do the one-on-one mentorship and coaching just to help out people. So that is something which I'm really, really passionate about. And I believe that's my higher purpose in life.
That's a powerful purpose. What have been top three greatest challenges that you have had to overcome?
Yeah, I'm sure these are not very uncommon challenges, but for me, I think the biggest three challenges, if I recall, it would be money. We were in sort of the up, middle class to lower middle class. So we didn't have a lot of money growing up in my family, so that was one of the challenges. The other thing was opportunity. So we were not living in one of the big cities, like I'm talking about 20, 25 years back. The opportunity was available at major cities, and I was not there. So a lot of things I could not do, like go to a coaching institute to get me learning about the different concepts of this all India engineering entrance exam called IIT JEE. So I could not get into any coaching because of the opportunity. And third thing, which is very interesting, which is my self image. I did not have a very high self image growing up. So I would sort of be uncomfortable when somebody asked, like, okay, where did you go for vacation? I did not go anywhere. I just went to my grandparents. Or I would not have those good shoes or good clothes to wear at different birthday parties when I was a kid. So I would be very uncomfortable, conscious about my own clothing, my own sense of belonging. Everything I would be uncomfortable, and that is what I later realized, that that is what I had to overcome. And now I'm very proud of who am I, where I come from, where my parents are from, who we were. I talk about it openly. So,
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
greatest failure story. So, gone through a lot of success and failures. I think the greatest failure story, I would say, was not able to get in the the engineering entrance exam early on, in my in my 12th grade, when I could not qualify. It was very depressing. I was very sad. I saw a couple of my friends who got into, and I did not think that they were way ahead or way smarter or way hardworking than me. But it was the opportunity mix which was there and the money mix, and I was very disappointed. So but then I got into a college where I prepared again, and took help from a couple of people. I taught them, they taught me, and then we all together qualified for that exam. That was the big turning point for my life. So that was, I would say, there were multiple causes to it, but that was a big failure which I had to overcome. After that, of course, in professional life, I have failed, I have recovered, but I think that was a big setback which I had to overcome.
What is the most impactful book you have read and what did you learn from it?
Yeah, so I read a lot of books. I think the first one which got me really interested in sort of reading and learning from other people's experiences, was this book called The Magic of Thinking Big. It's by David Schwartz, if I remember correctly. Uh, and that book really got me interested in learning from all these self-help books. After that, I read many other books, but particularly from this book, I think two things which stood out to me. One was believe in yourself and your success, and setting high goals, and visualize success. So shoot for the moon and you will end up in stars, kind of learning. So I really started setting up big goals and visualizing that for my success, and that has helped me tremendously.
What are your goals for the next 12 months?
Next 12 months, I want to really help more and more people to in their software engineering career, and more startups in their journey. So I do teach these two courses, which is system design, high level system design, and transition to engineering management. So yeah, that's my goal, that I want to impact more people with my courses.
What advice you will give to younger yourself?
Yeah, life will present you with a lot of challenges until you learn the lessons from it, right? Challenges are the ones which makes you stronger and smarter and more wise and more successful. So don't get disappointed when you face with a challenge. I believe you are put in a situation, put in a challenge, because maybe God wants really you to grow and become better. So I think that's my lesson, that when challenges come, when failures come, when setbacks come, welcome them. I think it's a good launching pad for your future. You need a hard rock base to really make a big jump. So that's what I believe in. So don't feel sad or don't feel disappointed when you face a challenge. Or maybe if you're disappointed, that's all right. But buckle up and get back up. I think that is a setup for coming back. So uh, don't get so disappointed and discouraged when you face a challenge.
How can we support you?
Yeah, I mean, help my word to get to wider audience about my courses and mentorship and coaching sessions. I do mock interviews for people preparing for software engineering. roles, be it engineering management or the individual contributor roles. So get my word to the wider audience. That's how you can help me.
What would you say about your guest appearance on this show?
Yeah, it was a good, pleasant surprise when you reached out to me, and yeah, so far so good. I'm excited that this voice can go and hopefully inspire a few people out there. So yeah, so far so good.
Thank you so much for your kind words. I really appreciate you. What closing thoughts would you like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, as I said, like success will never be handed to you in silver platter. You would have to fight for it, and rightly so, because else the success will not taste sweet. So welcome the struggles and challenges and rise above it.
Thank you so much, Dhirendra, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Connecting with the Intent community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Muhammad Wes. Until the next episode, all good wishes.